Looks like we're starting up with the pistol here. Alright, so just kind of basic setups on both teams. We do have some utility on Jaxi here, so they might have something in mind that they want to do. Last time they used this utility to go towards B, that was yesterday. Maybe they'll switch it up this time, and it looks like they are. Jaxi's gonna get a pop flash going towards arch side, and get another one for lane. He's gonna keep. He's already used that smoke. I'm not exactly sure where, but Akram already gonna get the first kill here. Droid gonna immediately trade it, and we're gonna see the full rotate off of B, which is more than understandable considering the bomb is down into pit. They're just trying to hold on as much as they can. FDen is somehow still alive, and then we also have these three other players over by arch side. Droid and Geostorm has taken the site, but it's not been easy, and they finally managed to clear everyone off the site, and they still have to worry about these two players who are at arch side. Siberia kind of just sitting around here looking for something, but he's gonna have to throw that bomb over so he can get this bomb down. Droid's gonna get that kill through the smoke, and that's gonna make this a lot harder for Jinx. Or Jin E3XO. If he gets that kill, he just runs out and gets another one. 39 HP only, and they really only need to land 1 or 2 shots there, but he's going to be able to just catch them off guard and just push onto site with really, like, no opposition, because they just weren't expecting that play there. And that's going to be great work from him, making what seemed like a very unwinnable situation into a winning situation, because they just weren't able to set up after that plant to be able to properly trade that. And immediately we're going to see a force buy come on the side of Geostorm. Droid is going to buy... Actually, no force buy. Droid just buying a hero AK. Everyone else is going to be saving up their money. Jaxi gets a little invested with a P250 and some utility, but other than that, Droid's really the only one who's been committed any major money into this round. And on the other side, we're going to see full head armor across the board, some SMGs, and some rifles just to kind of lock down the fort. It's going to allow players like Jinx to anchor better at B if they want to rotate Snim over to the A site. And this looks like Geostorm has some set plan towards the A site here. They're all grouped up around here. Jaxi's going to make sure they're not losing too much control over Banana, make sure no one's pushing behind them. And eventually this push is going to come out here taking massive damage. And then we're going to see Nutters and Akram just hold down this lane side, and that rush really didn't work, and that with that AK down, that's pretty much the round. And Jaxi's going to go down, clean it up. They're gonna lose one person, but they're only losing an SMG and they're gaining an AK, which is a very good trade, and Ether will be more than happy with that. They're not gonna mind that at all. And we're gonna need to see Geostorm kind of get away from that force buying mentality we saw them doing yesterday, because it made them lose a lot of rounds. They made games a lot closer than they maybe needed to be, and hopefully we'll see them learn from that and not just force up every round. But we're going to see them buy here. They're not going to wait. They're going to swing right into this one. Droid's going to be stuck with the Deagle. Jaxi, since he spent some money as well, he's going to be stuck on the CZ armor with some utility, and everyone else will have some AKs, but again, very light utility. And that's gonna come into play, because like Jaxi's smoking off left side here, but he's only really doing this for map control. Like, they don't have anyone set up. The bomb is down in pit. They're not doing any type of execute, so they're gonna be using a lot of their utility just to get control, and very needed control, because with these pistols you need to make sure that when you're taking a site, you have enough control to do it without needing to use all that utility. Like we said, they don't have a lot, so. But they do have a chance here, because it's not like they're up against 5 rifles. They have a FAMAS, they have 2 MP9s, so they can use that Deagle and that CZ to out-aim them at maybe some longer distances. So we're going to see them just bust out onto the B site here. We're going to see Jin up on the boost, able to get a second one. He needs to be taken down now if they want to have any chance of taking this site. He's going to get a third one here. He's going to be chased down. Kolop's going to get that kill fairly easily. He's going to have to toss the smoke down, but little did they know, all 3 players are coming from Banana. He's going to think he's safe to put the bomb down now, but they're just going to peek him again, and looks like he's wiser to it, but nope. He's going to get taken down. He was really just not expecting to have all 3 players remaining coming Banana. And again, I think that comes down to a lot of the fact that they didn't have much utility for that round, and it ends up costing them. You know, they were able to get to site, but even then, they lost 3 players before they even got onto site, and that's because they couldn't clear out those spots like oranges with mollies. They couldn't make sure that stuff was properly smoked off, and they end up getting bitten in the butt for it. Now, we're going to see them just full save, finally. They're going to keep... Oh my, Droid already taking a lot of damage, but we're going to see them fully save up here. Maybe some pistol upgrades, but nothing serious. Most likely just trying to do some damage here, maybe get a bomb plant down. Just really just kind of biding their time until they can get a proper buy-in, and what we'll see is really essentially the first full gun round on gun round where we'll see both teams with full utility. But until then, Snim's going to pick one up, and this should be a fairly easy sweep for Ethereal. Bomb's coming back towards A, so it looks like this is going to end up being an A take. But like I said, Akrim with that AK and the rest of these players having far superior weaponry and having just that armor in general is going to allow them to just get these picks one at a time. He's going to come around here, wouldn't be surprised if he sprays them both down, and he will get the 1 and the 2. And he might even grab one of these little pistols as a consolation prize, but like I said, not really expecting there much from Geostorm, but now is what matters. They have the full buy. 4 players with full utility. Jaxi only missing that Molotov, which is more than enough. They should have something in mind here. They should be doing something that they have planned, maybe just defaulting out, just making sure they properly use that utility so they can use it to their advantage and not have another one of these rounds like last round where they really just kind of got swept. But as we see, look at this, like, the utility wars are already just, it's showing how they're already losing. Jaxi's low, or not low, but he's already lost 1/3 of his health. Droid's down to half HP, and it looks like Akrim pulling back onto site, able to get 1, but they're stuck on the site here. They're surrounded. They have to fight their way out of this one this time. They're just going to be coming from all directions. They might not start the second player, and they don't. Fden is able to get him, but he's immediately picked off by Picky. Now we're going to see a 3v3 retake, and we're going to see, does Ethereal want to go for this? They have the same amount of players as the other team, but that's usually not the kind of situation you want for a retake. You want to usually have an advantage or some type of awareness of where they are, but they really don't know where these players could be. They could be anywhere. They could be players on site and pit and apps. They don't have the map control, and I assume that if they don't get a pick here fairly quickly, they might not go for it. But with the money they have, they're just going to run right in. Droid's going to get that kill through the smoke. Cole with the grenade, and Jin knows better. He knows better than to try to run at them like this in this 1v3 situation. He's just going to try to pull back, maybe find an exit, but he's just going to try to, main priority, keep this M4 and hope he can do some damage here. He's going to spray down 1 and not going to get the second, but the second will die to the bomb just as he does. And that's going to give Geostorm their first round. However, the problem is 1 player surviving. So if they lose this next round, they are going to be in the gutter when it comes to money. And even now, it's not great. They're only going to have a CZ. They have full AKs, though, other than on Jaxi, which means that they are going to have a fairly good shot at this round, unlike some of their previous rounds. And they do have that utility. They don't have full utility on all players, but they have a solid amount of it, and more than enough to make do, and they're going to be able to try to bust in somewhere. But Fden with the AWP here, finally getting everyone on the M4s. Snim is pulled off of his SMG buy. He's going to buy up an M4. This AWP, they might not know where it's going to be. We're going to see him just playing over on the arch side, which is more than predictable, but again, we don't know if they know this AWP is here yet, so. And they've smoked it off too, so they're just going to rush down this player lane. They're going to get the 1-for-1 trade, and fortunately for them, the CZ player is the one who goes down. Picky's going to get another player in pit here, and they're just going to kind of swarm on site, but they don't realize he's on site, and Cole gets him through the smoke, sees his leg under in that corner, and he's going to probably be a little upset about that, Fden, but he didn't have much of that he could do with that situation. He had an AWP, he was stuck on site, smoked off, and he just got bad positioning right there. And these 2 blast players are going to try to make their way up mid, but Cole immediately going to spot that player out, sniff him out, and now this last player, Jin, really can't do much about it. He's going to have to kind of just wait and just try to, again, save this gun. He can't really push onto the site in a 1v3 situation because, again, he has no idea where these players are, and he really doesn't have very good odds at all of doing this. You might be able to get some exits here, though. They might not know, and they don't. He's going to get 2 here. That's going to be big because that's going to keep this money very modest. He's even going to grab that AWP, maybe? But he's going to get the 3rd player, and if he can run over that AWP, that is very, very good work from him. They now are, again, they can't build economy. They are constantly having to spend every last dime on their buys, which means that even if they win a couple rounds in a row, if they keep doing this kind of damage, Geostorm will not get bank, and they will immediately be reset after a loss. They will not have any money saved up. The thing is, They are slightly improving. No more pistol on Jaxi. He's able to buy up an AK. Instead of a CZ, we're going to see a Galil on Droid, but that is definitely improvement from just a pistol. Snim's going to be back on that MP9. We're going to have 2 UMPs, though, and then this AWP here. So we're going to... It's not going to be looking good. They have to make something... They need to play a little bit more aggressive, maybe, or have some off angles that they have ready, some crossfires, to be able to make sure that they get an advantage with these SMGs. Because if they just take fights, they're more than likely going to lose up against these AKs. And we're going to see Geostorm here just barrel down mid, coming around arch side. Looks like they're just wrapping around onto the A site. And these players in pit are going to be caught off guard. He's going to get the first one, with this AWP here, getting 2, and maybe even a third one coming in. But a Crim's going to help him out. He's going to get that third. And then this is just going to be a fairly clean sweep of the last remaining players here. That wrap was a good idea, but you're hoping to find a player on that wrap. You want to find a player, get that kill there, over by arch side, and then be able to wrap on the site. But what they weren't expecting, and they might even expect to block off a player in CT, but they were not expecting to have 3 players all over by site. And once that third player with the a Crim comes in, he's able to get that kill and assist FDen, and then we're just down to 1 player, and he's really not much he can do at that point. Then we're gonna see is this a force spy coming out from Geostorm? This again, they keep doing. They're very aggressive with these force spies. However, they did get reset here, so it kind of makes sense. It's understandable. They're going to be on that double eco. They're going to want to just buy up anyways, because they know that even if they do save, they're going to have to save another round. So they're going to try to bust. It looks like they're going to waterfall out of balcony here, and they're going to try to just take control of the site. And this might work if they can catch Nutters off guard, but this Molotov is going to be important. That's going to block them off. Only 1 player is going to be able to run out. The rest will follow through that Molotov, taking tons of damage, but still able to get onto the site here. And if they can get this bomb down, this round was well worth it. And they're going to get this bomb down easily because there's no one in sight. They're going to be able to get into some post plants even as well with this AK they're going to have. Jaxie's taking some damage from the Molly, but he's going to manage to get out. And Siberia, oh, if he can get that kill, that would have been huge. They could have had a very good shot at this round, and they still do have a shot because they have these post plants. But with the lower HP on 2 of the players and only the 1 rifle, it's going to be very difficult for them to hold on to this one. And especially against all this utility that Ethereal has, like that grenade right there, just taking out Cole up. They're going to run onto site. They're going to immediately find Jaxie, and the last player in... over by what looks like lane area. He's just going to be making noise. They're going to spot that out or hear it, and then Jinx through the smoke, already diffusing. That player goes down, the bomb's diffused, and they're easily able to retake that. Cutting a little close with the time, but they knew what they were doing. They played their time, and they were able to just walk in and retake because they played it patiently and made sure that if there were any trades needed, they got them. And here's where we're going to see a buy coming out of Geo, or not a buy, just a small pistol buy. 5 deagles on every player, no utility, no armor. Just hoping for those no spicy wandeegs, hoping to get those kills. But Droid is gonna get nothing but nade to the face. No spicy deags for him, just spicy explosives. And you have to look at the scoreboards here. You see players like Jin 11-1, and then you see someone like FDen 10-3, just really going on a tear. And then you look at the other side, we have players like Siberia and Jaxie 1-8, 0-0-8. That means that he has very little ADR. He doesn't even have an assist yet, which is not good. You're essentially playing what is a 4v, if not 3v5 right here, and that's why they're only gonna have 2 rounds so far. You're gonna really want to see Jaxie pick it up here, because he really needs to be able to contribute to his team if they're going to want to pick up some of these rounds on the B side. And we're going to see Cole just run through his molly. Can he get this? If he can get this kill, he has a bomb plant, but I don't think he will. He won't. And it's just going to be down to Siberia here, who again, 1-8. You're not really expecting much, and he's not going to get anything. Snim able to clear that one out. Hold on to the site with a nice 4K. Against that anti-eco, and we really need to put a focus on Jaxie here. He really needs to make something happen to help contribute for his team, because you can't go an entire game with 0 kills, because you will never win doing that. And the problem is he hasn't even survived on the rounds that his team has won. It's not like he's been like just staying alive in like a post plant while they were on the site and letting the bomb blow up. He has died every single round, which means that he's not even being useful in terms of delaying the enemy when he's alive in these post plants. He needs to figure out a way to help his team be useful. And there he goes, dying with the bomb in mid. He's just going to give them the bomb, essentially. I don't know what he was thinking. They're just running around with his back out to mid. And I just don't know. Like, he's really needs to just try to figure out what's wrong, kind of mentally. I think he might just need to get that first kill. You know, sometimes it's just that hurdle you have to get over. But we'll see what he can do with this with these few coming rounds, but it's definitely going to be difficult. We're going to see Jin anchoring over towards the B site. He's still got a molly and a smoke, but he's going to be up against 3 players here. It looks like they're rearing up to push out. This is going to be a fake coming out from Siberia, trying to throw some nades over here and try to maybe pull a rotate. But little do they know, they've already pulled all the players to the A site other than Jin, and he's going to fall back. They're going to get ready, and they're going to push out onto B site against this one player zone. Jin's going to have to make some huge plays, at least get 1, if not 2 players to keep his team in this round. He might just back off if he doesn't get any kills here. He's smoked off, he's just going to stay alive and hopefully make sure he's there for his team to retake. But Siberia coming through CT, this may not be expected. He may be able to get at least 1, if not 2. He's going to be calling out that he hears a lot of players CT. He's going to get this first kill in almost a second, but Nutters is waiting for it. A Crim coming up from Banana is able to get another one. Picky back here, just going to be hiding. And Droid, they're kind of just playing a bait and switch situation. I think Picky's going to try to play off his contact. He gets killed, he's going to peek out and immediately trade it as well. That round is going to be a very clean retake from Ethereal, and they're just looking dominant in this one. Geostorm really isn't able to do much against them. They try to take sites, and they've controlled sites before they've gotten onto the site, but very often Ethereal very effectively is retaking the site, so Geostorm really needs to work on something with their post plans. They need to adjust. But again, I think it just comes back to the fact that Jaxie's still 0-0 and 10. You really don't you don't want to see that ever on one of your players. You really need to see him pick it up here. And if he continues to be underperforming for his team, we're going to continue to see Ethereal picking up a lot of these rounds because you're essentially just giving them a 4v5. We're going to see Snim here is going to give some assistance to Jinx to help take banana control. Jaxie's going to go down fairly low. And the problem is they're going to take control of this. He's going to just spray down some players. Piggy is luckily going to be able to get that trade before he does any more damage. But that's going to pull the rotates over from A. We're going to see 2 players coming over. We're going to see Snim head over, and we're going to see slowly Fden's considering. He's holding the deep angle in CT, so if he needs to get over there quick, he can. And he can also help watch Arch and make sure his teammates don't have to worry about it. However, he can get caught in a situation where if they start heading back towards A like they have, they're starting to right now, and they smoke him off, they can keep him out of this fight when they go to take this A site, which could be very important for them taking and eventually holding the site. Smokes come out, counter mollies, and eventually, ooh, look at that Molotov, even just getting a kill on that low player. They're going to catch that player jumping up on the smoke, and they're just going to push out. They're going to try, they know there's going to be another player here. They're going to try to get this kill. Can they get him? Yep, Nutter's going to go down, and now they have sight. They have to win this 2v3 post plant. They can't let Ethereal come back into another one of these rounds in this post plant. And honestly, the thing is, Ethereal might go for this. Normally you wouldn't want them to, but they might try to see if they can sneak their way into the site, get a pick, try to get control of the site, and eventually get the round, because they have tons of money here. They have the money to lose a gun or two, but if they don't find anything, I think they're going to just sensibly back off and save these 2 guns. That looks like what they're going to do. Snim already falling back into CT. Fden kind of just holding the angle, but he's getting the wall back. He might get killed here. He's been dinked. They're going to know he's there, and he's going to get chased down here. Kolop running this way anyway because he's low. More than likely going to die, but he's going to try to take out one of these players. He won't, and we're going to see the 2 guns survive, and we're going to see Droid and Picky as well survive. And then again, you want to look at that money. They only survive with 2 players, which means, again, if they lose this round here, their money is going to not be good whatsoever. You're going to want to see them try to pick up at least a clean round here. You'd hope that you can get a clean round in, or at least another round in a row, so that you can try to get a couple rounds on the board, because the money is not in your favor. You can't afford to lose another one right after winning one. A nice early pick there from Fden, just peeking down banana, and we saw actually Jaxie last series doing this against Subtle. He would peek down banana and he would just hold the angle, and that way it allowed them to have a lot of control. Subtle did it as well. You just hold that angle and it prevented the other team from being able to get any control, and you didn't have to worry about having a second player there B. And now he's almost fully pulled off B. He's just holding from CT because they suspect this is a play, but they're trying to wrap through Arch, and one of them's going to get into CT and get that player in library. Droid's going to pick off that pit player, and now it's going to come down to this almost a retake situation, but they're leaving. They think there's more players on A. They tried to leave to go to B, and now it's going to be a 1v1, a Crim running back to B site because he knows that bomb is in CT, and he's thinking this guy's going to go all the way over there. But Siberia might be outplaying himself here. He's going to be looking around towards A for this player. He's going to come around here, grab them. He thinks he's on A. And this is a brilliant play from a Crim, because a Crim's going to assume that he's somewhere over by CT. He knows he can't be B because he's got the positioning. And if Siberia thinks he's on A and he goes for the B play thinking, I'm going to outplay this guy, he may very well just walk into the crosshairs of a Crim. But if he's smart, if he just is suspicious enough, he won't. But it looks like, yes, he does think he's A. He knows he got that kill, and he's not going to expect this fast rotate to be, and he's going to get caught off guard, it looks like. He's just holding oranges, and he's just going to sit here. 10 seconds left. There's nothing he can do. He's probably going to lose this one, and he will. He just goes straight for the plant. He has no other option, and a Crim just plays that one perfectly, makes no noise, just hides on site, just absolutely reading him like a book, really. And like I said, that round win and then a loss immediately following is so detrimental for the economy of Geostorm. Look at their money. They're forced into another force buy here because they really don't, even if they save, they're not going to be able to buy the next round. Excuse me, I'm yawning. And then we're going to see again, they're going to be stuck with almost no utility. They're using a lot of it just to get control of apps, and now they're on 3 pistols, otherwise known as the pocket AKs, and 2 regular AK-47s. So we'll see if they can get a round off of this, but they really haven't been successful whatsoever doing it, or like just previously in the game. So I don't even know if they're going to be able to. And they're just against this full utility set against Ethereal with all M4s and an AWP, and you hope that maybe it's good that they have this head armor, but how much will that really do when you have so many pistols and so little utility? Like, we're looking into this round, they haven't even set up an execute, and all they have is 1 smoke and 2 flashes. Snim is here, and this time they also have 2 players over at B. Snim's gonna get dinked, but Siberia also trades for some damage. And you'd like to think that they can bust out onto this B site here and maybe get these 2 kills with some even trading with maybe 2 for 2 and try to hold a post plant, but it's looking very unlikely as Jinx gonna get 1-2 through the smoke. He should have been traded there, but he's gonna get away with 3 health. And now you see Picky trying to find this kill, but they're mollied off. They can't do anything about this. They know that if they run through, they're gonna be dead meat, and these nades are just gonna hold them off perfectly for the rotate. The bomb they know is here, Ethereal, and they're just gonna, while they're pushing out, they're just gonna get caught out. But FN playing a little too aggressive. Jinx with that low HP, not going to be able to do anything. And they managed to take this site perfectly and even get an advantage in this post plant. That is something that you don't expect. You'd hope Ethereal is able to play together there, but they really just kind of let themselves get picked one time. And now it's going to come down to a 1v1, but Nutters knows where he is, and he's going to swing on this with his USP and get that headshot perfect. Beautiful play, and he's able to win that 1v2. And Geostorm, that's gotta feel so bad. You feel like you've just created such like a perfect opportunity for yourself to win that round. You're in a 3v5, you feel like you're just completely blocked off. You're able to clear out the site, clear off all the players, you get the bomb down, you have a perfect post plan of a 3v2 situation, and then you just kind of throw it away, and then you let him clutch that 1v2. You really are gonna bite, you're gonna just kick yourself in the back for that one. And as we see, finally Jaxi gets a kill here, but is it a little too late, you know what I mean? It's 1 in 13, it's not like he's out here getting aces or any like 3Ks to win this team the rounds. He just kind of got 1 kill. So. And Picky immediately gonna get picked off. Holup's gonna be running up, he's gonna drop the AK, Droid's gonna pick it up, he's gonna drop it immediately. Akram just kind of cleaning house up in mid here. This player's gonna run up mid, try to get that kill on Jaxi, or he's gonna try to get that kill on Nutters, but Jaxi's just gonna get cleaned up. Last player picks up that AK. Just gonna sit in Mexico here. He might catch Jin, but Jin sees his head and he's gonna get him. He's gonna get that kill. Almost didn't spot him there, but he's gonna find the player, get that final kill, and look at this, 11-3, and they have no money. They forced that round. So again, you just see them with absolutely horrendous economy. Oh, why am I so tired? I'm so sorry. You see this horrendous economy for them, and I don't know what they're gonna really do with this. They were struggling to win rounds where they had full utility, full AKs. How are they gonna do it again with just pistols, some pistols, and a scout and an AK? It's just they just haven't been managing their money. They force up far too much, and they aren't comfortable enough with themselves to go for some saves every once in a while. And the problem is even Cole doesn't even have any armor. So even if, say, one of these players drops an AK and he picks it up, he's going to be useless with that without having any of that armor to back it up. And then you look at this versus such a strong buy with these full rifles and an op over on the other side of Ethereal, and they already have they have banana control. Geostorm has taken no control, so they're going to be going up against 4 players on this A take, and it's going to be very difficult for them to break into the site. And we'll see if they can do anything. They're just kind of clearing out apps for now, though. Just kind of controlling the area, but here we go. We see Jin moving up banana. He has such control. They're gonna know that this is coming from a mile away, and he might even get a pick here coming up mid, just holding this. And they're just walking into a death trap. They're just walking into a snare in the middle of the forest, and they don't even know it. This player's just gonna get picked off. There's the bomb even, and we're gonna see Nutters get another kill. A scout comes in, but Nutters is able to just continue anchoring in pit, and Siberia has almost no chance at all. And there he goes, going down. 12-3 half for Ethereal. Perfectly played the CT rounds, and maybe not even perfectly, just well played, well disciplined. And Geostorm really just, I don't know if the nerves are getting to them, or if they just are just not properly reading the buys of their enemies. They really just aren't doing well when it comes to managing their economy in this first match. Again, we're gonna be looking for some of these players to step up on the side of Geostorm, because we have players like we see Jaxi. Again, we've been talking about him all game, and it's kind of beating a dead horse, but it's 1 in 15, and you don't want to keep saying it, but it's very detrimental to your team. Again, it's essentially a 4v5, and that's why you see this lopsided scoreline. You're gonna want to see him do something fairly significant when we come over to this other side here. Hopefully able to do something huge on this B site, maybe, because it looks like the pistol is going to be coming towards him. But look at this push down mid. Siberia running down mid, getting so much control and info. He knows that this player's here, and he's going to see that bomb when he tries to cross. He's going to back off. Now that he has this positioning, but he gets that kill on the bomb, and now they have such an advantage, knowing exactly where the bomb is, and 3v5 situation. That is perfect. He has done great work there. A little risky play, but it pays off in the end with those nice shots, and that confidence is important for winning the CT. If they want to come back on this, they need to have that confidence to hit those shots. And we're just going to see, like, they're nervous now. They don't know if they've pushed up mid. They don't know what they have control of, and they don't know where these players are. But we're going to see still this 3v5 situation where we have 2 players and 2 players B, 3 players A. And Cole right there getting that kill is so important. Now it's a 2v5, makes this so much more difficult. And just getting picked without any of these trade kills, Ethereal really has just been kind of just slowly being dwindled away. Those first kills really only one-on-ones for Siberia, and then that kill right there, just him trying to lurk his way up A, really ineffectively. And now they've decided to come back towards A. They think that maybe they can trick them, and they're going to get that first gush onto Cole. They know that. They're going to try to chase him down. But Siberia right here just waiting for them. He knows they're coming. He's just perfectly set up. He's going to get traded. Jin's going to try to get this kill on this other player, but Cole sitting on site, getting ready, and there you go. Now, knowing that these players on Ethereal aren't going to be very good when it comes to head armor, they will have 3 players with armor, but knowing that some of these players won't have head armor, like Fden and Jin, they're going to pick up these SMGs, they're going to try to use these SMGs to get some nice cash against these pistols, knowing they won't have really any SMGs or rifles, and they're going to hopefully try to farm up this cash. We're going to see Droid and Jaxi and Picky with these SMGs. Probably going to try to play some closer range angles. Droid up on that top of that box there. Very strong SMG angle because he can just fall off. We're going to see the peek coming in from apps, but nothing really coming of it. He's going to spot the 1 player, but that's about it. And we're going to see Ethereal just kind of trying to get map control and just making sure they have control of everything. I think this is because they're just afraid of last round where they all kind of stacked up in banana and became very susceptible to that push from Siberia just walking down mid. They're going to push out here. They're going to finally run out. They're going to try to catch this player running, and they will catch Cole. They're going to grab an M4 too, which is one of the only M4s. If they can get Siberia here, that's a second M4. They're going to have 2 M4s going against these SMGs in a 3v5 retake. This is going to be very difficult, but they're immediately going to get those 2 trades before they can even get into post plans. And then Snim able to get Jaxi is very important because now he gives themselves back an advantage for this post plant. They have the 2 M4s to hold off them. The CT is trying to take site, and they only have MP9s. They've already used all their utility. The flash is coming out. They're going to spot the players on site. They're going to get the 1-for-1 trade. But these M4s, the last 2 players with these M4s, really going to be detrimental because you can't lose those M4s without them getting any kills. And when they do, they just force Geostorm to play. Geostorm is forced to play a very aggressive, trying to just get back on site, and it's a lot harder with those long angles on A site with those M4s holding the post plans. And then we're going to see this force buy come out from Geostorm. Kind of just desperation here at this point. Just kind of very demoralizing when you win a pistol so well and then you immediately just throw away the anti-eco like that. Ethereal, great job there though, and we're even going to see the MAC-10 come out on Snim, hoping to find some of these players that don't have head armor, rake up that cash, so even if he doesn't survive this round, he'll have more than enough for maybe to get an AK if this team wins a round. And Jin, just that sense right there, just getting that preamp spot, shooting straight through that smoke and being able to pick up Siberia is important, and it's just allowing them to take away that risk of having what happened to them, what happened to Geostorm last round happen to them. They don't want to lose this anti-eco. They want to make sure they play this smart, just play it methodical, make sure they clean up this round. And the thing is here, we see that Droid has pushed up Banana a little bit. He's kind of holding from top Banana, and if he gets picked here, they can explode onto me, but it looks like they're favoring an A take here. They've taken control of apps. They're slowly getting control of the rest of mid, and they're kind of just going to try to eventually burst out, it looks like. And they're going to keep this player here over at B to make sure this flank doesn't come around and bite them in the butt. But it looks like Jaxie's going to spot a player. They're going to come out of, we're going to have the 1 player on balcony ready to jump out, and they're just going to just bust out on site. But Cole getting that first kill is very important, and then Snim's going to catch that rotate on B. This last player, Picky, needs to get more than just this one. He needs to get a couple kills here. He needs another one. That's perfect. Snim now getting the last kill is going to leave Picky. He's going to have to get the rest of these players, but he won't be able to do so. That is going to be very good for Ethereal. Yes, they lose some guns there, but that anti-eco is perfect. They know now that since there was a force buy, they're going to be going up against as weak of a buy, if not a full save here from Geostorm. But you don't really expect a full save because, yep, it's 4-14. They don't want to play for the tie. They're not playing for the tie here. They're playing to get rounds. They really don't have the time to try to save up here and try to win 14 of these, or no, not 14, 12 of these rounds in a row. They're going to try to win here and try to get a round on the board because other than that pistol, which they immediately followed up with a loss, but Cole running down mid, I don't even know how he got there. Somehow he manages to work his way all the way down mid and get a kill. Jaxie's going to trade off a Crim, and then these 2 players are going to push Banana, but that one's not going to work at all. Fden waiting for it without any flash. He's easily able to get that first player, and the second one, Droid not going to even think about it once his teammate goes down. Jaxie again, though already down into mid and in Banana, or not Banana, oh my goodness, he's coming behind Banana now, is what I meant to say. But Fden looking for this, he's waiting for the player. He's going to get that kill. Jaxie a little too impatient, tries to go for the peak, but doesn't get anything. And these last 2 players are at B. They're waiting for this, they're expecting a push, and it might just come to them. But Droid not knowing whether or not it will, he's going to already try to rotate, but by now his teammate has died over to B, and now it's a 1v3 with a CZ, and he's really just, he's going to get that first kill, but yep, through the smoke, there was really no chance of him winning that one there. And it's just, again, Geostorm has just not effectively used their economy well at all this game. They're going to have another force buy here, obviously, they're on match point, they're not going to save, but throughout this entire game, they've just been forcing themselves to play with less utility and just having disadvantages right out of the gate because they weren't properly managing their money. And this, like, it's turned what could have been maybe a closer game into something that's just an absolute landslide for Ethereal. Jin gonna get that first pick on that player peeking in mid. Droid's just spinning in circles, a little high off those flowers. just gonna see that full AK setup here. They know there's no need for an AWP. They're just gonna play the mid-range fights and hopefully just dispatch of these players one at a time, play together, just take map control, and just do what they've really been doing for the rest of these rounds, which is just controlling the map, using the utility to get onto site, and just really just cleaning house against Geostorm. And the problem is they don't, with Geostorm not using their using their economy effectively, they're gonna have no utility. And look at this, they're gonna have 3 players over towards the B side of the map. Really, you have 1 in CT close to A, but other than that, it's really gonna be up to Jaxi here, the weakest player, to anchor A side against all 4 or 5 of these players on B, or on A, excuse me. I'm gonna see Cole come in the corner. He's gonna be immediately killed here. That's not good. Jaxi gets the 1, but he's not gonna be able to get anything more than that. This is a 2v4 retake for Geostorm, and they have an UMP and a CZ and 1 Molotov. And they have so much utility on the side of Ethereal. They've already thrown a few volleys to hold them back, keep them from getting any early picks, and they still have another smoke and Molotov to hold them back. This is looking very unlikely for Geostorm, and almost guaranteed here that we're going to see Ethereal close this one out. F10 getting the first one, second one coming through from Jin, and it's going to be a very, very one-sided win for Ethereal here on this first map. And it's unfortunate because we're seeing a lot of the same mistakes that Geostorm was making yesterday against Subtle. They're doing things like improper buys. They're forcing in a lot of rounds where they should be probably saving. I can understand some confidence, but when you play so many rounds in a row where you just aren't winning rounds, you aren't getting those rounds, and it's like, yes, like against Subtle, they were getting some of these force buys are getting close, and it's like, okay, yes, because you want to get the round to reset the opponent, but sometimes it's just, you're just kind of forcing yourself into situations that you don't need to be in. You're forcing yourself to play extra save rounds. You're forcing yourself to play with less utility. You're not giving yourself enough gun rounds to try to be competitive in the series. And you just see the same thing happen in this one. And the problem was, that was Geostorm's pick. They just got absolutely clobbered on their own pick of Inferno. They're going to be switching over to Mirage here, which is Ethereal's pick. And you're going to hope that they can do something to turn that one around or make some adjustments in between these games here, because something needs to be done. Someone maybe needs to step up and say, let's do this. And you're going to want to see Jaxi. Again, a very weak performance coming out from him on that first map. You're going to want to see him turn that one around, make something happen of it, or do something to turn around. Maybe it could be something to do with he just wasn't feeling that map. He just got to turn around 180, just forget about it, put it out of his mind, and just make sure he comes out of the gates a lot stronger than he did in that one. While we wait for this map to come up, we're going to play some music, and we will be back once the pistol round is commencing.
Last night I lost all my patience. You were fucked up, I was wasted. Midsummer madness, I can't take it no more. No more. Fuck the rules. Fuck the Make it make sense, make it make sense. I can't hide a heart in the black tent. You were off the bullshit and the tablets. Under 21, both savage. All these blurry nights feel the same to me. Heart full of hate, no vacancy. Only one you're gonna blame when it's over. Can't look me in my eyes when you're sober. Hey, I'm the one you call when you're feeling low. Running up a check just to help you cope. I just wanna live in the moment. You just wanna fight cause you're lonely. Tryna see a milli then be really up. Rockstar crash in my Billy truck. You need all my love. You've got all my love.
Alright, here we are, headed into this pistol round soon. Not just yet though, but very soon. We're about to start up. I promise you, just restarting one more time or a few times, you know. But we're gonna get into this pistol here. Geostorm gonna start out on the CT side. Oh, hello doggy. And we're gonna hope to see them try to get at least a more decent start than they did in their last game. We're down 3-12 in their first half last time, so hopefully can make this one competitive and a little interesting to watch. We're gonna see, it looks like Ethereal's got a set strat here. They've got multiple smokes, they've got a few flashes. Looks like they're gonna try to do something out of the apartments and drop down onto B site. We'll see how they're using these smokes. Looks like they've thrown one. They're gonna throw the second one here, and they're gonna run out with these flashes. Cole up, get that first kill though. Very good to get that early pick. Picky's gonna get another one, and Cole up with a follow-up. 3 kills here, uncontested by Ethereal, or on Ethereal. Jaxie not be able to get one. The 2 kills come back, and the other way, Picky gets another one. It's gonna be a 1v3 here. Jaxie actually doing damage to his own teammate, which is gonna be fairly detrimental because it gets one of his teammates killed. Siberia with the dualies though, gonna be just holding underpass in case he drops down. But little did they know the bomb is on site, so, or I don't know if they do know, but they do know the player's there now. Siberia's gonna make his way up cat and try to assist his teammate. He's just gonna hold this cross. He's gonna say, you sit there, you just wait, you get your building back, and I'll make sure he can't cross over to you. Gonna get that first kill on him. Gonna make it a 1v1 here. Very interesting. Droid has to win this one out. You can't let this first round go after all those kills. But he's gonna go down very low, and F-Den's gonna get that clutch. A 4K for him, bringing back that 3v5 situation. And actually, it might have even been 2v5. But Geostorm just, again, throwing a round away there that they really should have won. They have the first 3 kills come out. Cole's going to be very upset about that one. Gets those first 2. Picky gets another one and another follow-up before he's traded. But you don't want to do that. You never want to see that happen because that's just demoralizing, especially after such an overwhelming loss in the first map. Losing a round where it feels like you should have just easily won, especially with Jaxie doing all that team damage, it's just going to be very bad for the team morale and the mentality of the team going into this next round. We're going to see them line up towards A. They've already gotten that first pick on Geostorm, so trying to make this Antico a little easier. Or it is against a Force Buy, so not necessarily an eco. And they're going to get one of these kills. Jin very low as well as a Crim, so even though it's a 3v5, it's still doable for Geostorm. But they're going to need to get a pick here fairly soon. They need to find one of these low players and get them down, maybe find a gun for one of them, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Jin, even with the 1 HP, gonna be able to find Picky. Now it's just gonna be down to Cole in Siberia, and this is looking highly unlikely. They're probably gonna play here for some exits, try to get some damage onto Ethereal's economy, but even that, they're just gonna try to keep these guns alive, keep these Deagle and the CZ along with the armor for the next round. See what they can do with that later on. See Siberia, if he has a kit here, maybe he can go for some type of ninja play, but even then, they had a player holding back, so unfortunately we're going to see Ethereal, or not unfortunately, but unfortunately for Geostorm, we're going to see Ethereal easily take that one and really lose no one, which is very big. They're not going to have to spend too much money on this buy this round, and they're going to be able to keep these SMGs knowing they're going to be against essentially a full save here coming out from Geostorm, because they have to save so they can buy in the next round. And thankfully they're going to do something that's more of a stack towards the A site, try to make some type of play happen, because all they have is these pistols. It can't hurt, there's no harm in going for maybe a more risky play, and they're going to completely be open and just try to just bank on them going towards mid or making some play towards A. And they're not wrong. This play is going to be some type of mid play, and there's going to be 2 players in pit. That first kill by Cole is very important. They have a man advantage now, which isn't as big when it's against these pistols here, but it is very important. It's going to allow these players, they're going to bust out into mid. They're going to run up and try to overwhelm this player top mid. He's going to get the first one. He's going to get the second one, and he might get the third. He won't, but he's against the CZ, so he's got to reload, and he's even going to get the assist from his teammate coming top mid, and that is very, very bad. He has 1 HP. They couldn't get him. They really need to find that player there with those 3 players, but they're going to throw all 3 buys back at 1. Snim is going to be able to rush down Cole up in CT, and it's going to be down to Droid with just this USB. He's going to go down,
gonna rack up that cash over on the side of Ethereal with that Mac 10. And coming into this first buy round, we're going to see a couple upgrades happening. We're going to see the M4s come out for Geostorm and even an op on Jaxi. And he really needs to make something happen mid with this. He played very well holding mid last game, last series against Subtle. So we're going to try to see something similar to that this round, hopefully. See him do something very impactful for his team coming into this first gun round. The thing is, we're not going to see a full upgrade from Ethereal. This is more of a bonus round. They have tons of money still 3,000 on at least all their players, and some even at 5 and 7,000. So they're going to keep this some of these SMGs, this Mac 10, this ump, and that's important because they know that the money in Geostorm's not too good with that force buy. So they're going to be some players without head armor, which means they can run and gun, hit some headshots with these SMGs, and be more than fine. The Mac 10's going to run on site and get that first kill. He's going to get that M4 now, and now it's a 4v5, but 2 players very low for Ethereal, so this is still doable for Geostorm easily. They're even going to come around the corner and very sloppy spray on that second player, but he's going to get the double kill. Krim thinking about going towards mid for this flank, but thinks better of it once he sees 2 of his teammates go down, and he's going to try to help out and try to hold this site in a 3v4 retake. And the bomb is not even planted for them. Afton's going to get one, and then that's going to be traded, and then a Krim gets another one. It's a 2v2 now. But again, this bomb isn't really for him in, and he's going to have to run through that smoke. He's going to get immediately killed. This Palace player's got to make something happen, but he's not going to have the time. This player might just stick it on site, and he will, but he doesn't have a kit, and he's going to get that second player. He doesn't have a kit, and he tries to stick it for the full 10 seconds, which he had to because he didn't have the time, but he's easily going to get killed by a Krim there, and you really just want to see Jackson. Why are you not pulling out the op there? You want to hold that with an op or something. You don't want to just... That USP is not going to do too much, and he's able to just run out and get those kills. And again, Geostorm just losing another round that they were more than capable of winning, but just poor decision making. And we're going to see them on another save here. They're going to be stuck with just pistols and Kevlar, and this is just becoming so repetitive where they just have almost no money and no guns constantly. This is going to be them pushing, trying to get into A main, but Droid's going to be very low, and Cole's going to be taken down. Siberia getting taken down very far towards the mid side of the map, and Jaxie's maybe going to try to get this kill here in mid. It's going to be a little difficult. He's going to get this another peek, and then Jaxie's actually going to fall through with that. He's going to get traded as well with his teammate Siberia, who was in underpass with him. And now it's going to be a 2v3. Still possibility for Geostorm to make something of this round, but it's looking unlikely, especially with Droid going down. It's going to be a 1v3. However, it is the player who has armor and a deagle. If he can get a nice shot with his deagle here, get one of these players getting caught out alone, maybe... Excuse me, I'm yawning so much, oh my god. Maybe he can catch off Krim here, but his teammates have arrived. He's gonna have that AK though. He's found that AK. He's gonna get that first kill here, making this more than doable. And he's got a smoke as well. He can try to make something of this. If he can find this Opper or even this catch this player with an AK out, he can do something. However, he doesn't find either of them. He's gonna be taken out immediately, and that's gonna bring us into the 6th round. And the double op setup coming out here. We're gonna see an AUG even on Siberia. So we're gonna see what they have with this what in mind with this setup here. We're gonna want to see some type of maybe some pre-planned idea of what they want to do with this, because you don't want to see a buy like this just kind of random, just willy-nilly. You want them to have a set idea of what they're gonna do. Jaxie's still gonna be towards mid, and we're gonna see Droid just holding A passively with that op. They're going to play more, try to get more control towards mid, but this is going to be a rush out of Palace. This play was a good idea, but it's not good for this. They're going to have to play retake here. We're going to want to see Droid get out of this alive. He can't die here. Jaxie's going to help him stay alive, and he's going to just hold this with him. He's going to get that second kill. Good play by Jaxie, but he's going to be traded, and now we're going to see a 3v4 retake. Jaxie getting those 2 kills is very important, though, and Cole with another one there makes this retake very possible. And that kill through the smoke for Cole is so important. Now it's a 4v1. It's looking very likely that Geostorm gets their first round on the board here, and they will. Picky with that last kill. Gonna get that last one, and that's gonna make this finally Geostorm getting their first round, and in a very convincing fashion too. They're gonna be able to keep 4 players alive. Both those ops are gonna stay, and they're gonna pick up these AKs, which means that they will not have to worry too much about being immediately reset if they lose one. They should be able to get another buy-in, even if they don't necessarily win this next round. And that's very important because a lot of these rounds, especially last game when they were winning rounds, their few rounds they won, they would win and immediately lose, which meant that they got almost no economy. Or if they won, they would win with one person only, which is very, very detrimental and made them get stuck into a lot of force buys and saves. But now we're just gonna see another rush straight out of A main, no hesitation this time though. Droid's gonna get this first kill, Jackson's gonna be looking, but Droid's gonna get another one on site. And we're gonna see Cole just trying to find someone through the smoke, but it's gonna be 3 players just running. Okay, he's gonna run straight through that smoke. Cole's gonna be completely caught off guard. I think he thankfully gets that trade frag, but it's gonna be a 2v4, another difficult situation for Ethereal. They're gonna need to make something happen here. Either getting this bomb down before these smokes are fine. They're gonna get a pop flash. He's gonna push through, try to get this pick, but he will get one. But his teammate immediately traded off in CT, and it's gonna be down to Jin to do this 1v3. He's gotten into mid. He's running towards B. Land baked it. He's gonna get that pick there. He knows he's baited that player into jumping towards him. Now he's gonna run to B, try to get this kill, try to get this bomb plant. He's gonna be unaware. Oh, he knows they're gonna try to rotate to B. He's played this smartly. He's gonna run all the way back to T spawn, and he's gonna try to come around. The one thing he might not expect is he might not expect Jaxi to be waiting in A main. Jaxi's gonna hear him eventually if he keeps running too close, but he starts to walk. Jaxi's backing off towards him, and this is gonna be perfect timing for Jin. He's gonna get in a pit into Palace just as Jaxi starts looking behind him. So Jaxi will have no idea that this player could have gone into T spawn. But the problem is he's aware of the fact that he could have just walked out onto A site, which means that he might expect him to be on A site just because of him walking through connector. So this advantage isn't too important anymore because now Jaxi suspects that this could be a possibility. With 15 seconds left, he's going to be walking out, but this player hasn't even planted. He's going to go for this bomb plant, and this Jaxi's going to easily get this kill here. Going to be able to stop him from getting the plant, and that's going to be a nice, clean, not necessarily clean, but nice, clean clutch there from Jaxi, playing that one very well. Maybe not getting the best timing, but he will find the kill in the end, getting them their second round in a row. And they're going to keep those ops, which is also important because they don't have to spend more money on those. And the thing is, they don't have a ton of money, but look at that utility. They have so much utility, and they're going to be perfectly set up in a position where if they play this right, they can win this round again, get this third one on the board, and possibly force Ethereal into a save here, which would be very, very good for them, because especially going down 0-5 at the beginning, you're going to want to try to get some of these rounds, especially on a CT-sided map like this. You want to see your team get some momentum on the CT side, so when you get onto that T side, you don't have to do too much legwork, and you don't have to feel like you're at a deficit right off the bat. Not sure why Jinx hasn't bought yet. It looks like they're maybe discussing what they want to do. He should be buying here though because his teammates have bought up AKs and a deagle on Nutters. The problem is he's not going to really have enough money for much here. He has $2,500. He could buy up armor maybe in an SMG, or he could buy up some more utility and stick with like a CZ or a deagle. But I'm interested to see what he does because they do have quite a bit of utility. God damn it! Why do I keep yawning? I'm sorry, Jesus. But he will pick up the deagle and make sure he can get that full nade set. He's going to want to make sure, I assume this is because they have some type of set idea of what they want to do with this, maybe weaker buy. Maybe discussing it right now, mulling it over, deciding, you know what, we're going to go with the deagle, the utility, we're going to use that utility to take a site and make sure we can give ourselves a solid chance with these rifles and get a round win here off maybe a more weak buy than you'd like. See what they're gonna do here. They're gonna just kind of looks like they're just panning out in more of a default. They're not really playing any set strategy, but this push up mid is very important because they have full control of this. They see no one up here. They know that there's no one here. That means that they can push through even, and they might catch this player sitting top mid or sitting in T spawn. Not sure. He looks like he's lining up a mid smoke, and they're gonna catch him. He's not gonna be expecting this whatsoever. But Siberia just missing the shots there. A Krim somehow gets that kill. He shouldn't have gotten that at all. It should have been an easy pick for Siberia, but he is gonna go down, which leaves it in a 4v5, and now they have that mid control back. That play up mid was so brilliant, but then they just kind of throw it away by just not getting that kill. That was such an important one, and now we're gonna see just again just holding this default. And it looks like this might be some type of some A split. We're gonna see two players go underpass. Jin is gonna throw. It looks like it was a deep no, it was just yeah. It looks like a deep jungle smoke. Let me just check. Nope. It's a deep connector smoke. Sorry, he's gonna be able to see block off connector there, allow his teammates to come up in towards mid, get a little control, and yes, it looks like this is gonna be a split onto the A site. Cole is gonna have to go big here in jungle. He's gonna have to get at least one or two of these players coming up connector here, and we're gonna see Picky also looking towards mid. And he's not. If he doesn't get this timing right, they're gonna be able to get up connector without any suspicion from Cole. And now Cole's got to do something about this. They've crossed on the side already. He's got this. CT player is going to have nothing done. Droid's going to be there. Cole coming out, though, getting this first one. He needs to find another. He gets that second kill, which is very important. The bomb will go down with just enough time, 15 seconds. But now Cole, in this situation, with Picky and Connector, going to try to retake. Jaxie's going to be coming in from the CT angle, and we're just going to see these players hiding. Snim gets smoked off. He might peek off of this. F10 gonna get that off kill. He's, oh my goodness, gonna go for that no scope. Almost hits, but he's gonna get killed by Jaxie. Not gonna let him do him dirty like that. Jin with that deagle shot, very nice. This allows Snim to walk out, and they both peek him at the same time. Able to get that kill, pick up that op, and with very limited guns, they're gonna be able to win this round and pull both of these ops away from them. And now look at the money of Geostorm. Very, very low. Siberia. Not getting that kill up mid was so important because not only does he give away a gun, but he just gives away all their mid control, which Ethereal absolutely abuses to take on the A site there. If he's able to get that kill, hold the mid control, they don't make that play. But with that kill, it's so easy for them. And now Nutter's just easily dispatching of him with this SMG. They're gonna have a field day taking this round away from Geostorm, because with no armor on half of the players remaining and only Kevlar on the others with pistols, they're really not going to have much of a say in what happens in this round. Jaxie, unless he can make some big plays along with his teammates with these deagles, nothing really should come of this for Geostorm other than maybe some damage. And on the other side, Ethereal, on top of trying to get this round win, they're going to try to see if Nutters can maybe get some money racked up with this ump, trying to keep all their players alive so they can increase the bank coming across the rounds with multiple round wins. See these nades used to take control of me? God damn it, I yawned too much. My apologies. Cole gonna get that kill in window though. That is a big one there. That's an op down. If he can try to grab that at some point, that could be used very effectively. He does grab that, but Droid's gonna get that kill on this player trying to run up connector, and we're gonna see maybe a little impatience and lack of discipline as these players aren't really playing together for trades. They're just kind of rushing out alone, but they're gonna run out A. They're gonna get Cole pushing up with that op, and a Crim's gonna get another one there on Droid on those two players there, and then they should be able to find this player in jungle. They do have to worry about this flank coming in though. They don't necessarily know about Jaxie. He is making a play coming behind them. If you can get a kill on them early on without being spotted, this could be very important and make it very possible for this round one, but he's not going to get that. Piggy's going to find the op. He was going for a peek thinking that his teammate might be behind, but at that point he was dead. They were only looking for him, and he's going to be easily killed. And the problem comes in again. Last game we see Jaxie performing very weakly. Now we have the same issue, but it's Siberia this time who's performing on the weaker side. Only 1-1-7 really needs to do something to kind of improve or make some contribution. We saw him whiff his spray top mid on that against that more of a force buy from Ethereal, and that cost them the round really. Giving away that mid control really allowed them to abuse it and take a site. And now Snim's already going to be getting a pick on Jaxie in mid, which is so important. Is he going to get traded? Is he going to get traded? Is FDen going to be able to get this kill? Doesn't look like it. FDen's not going to go down, and nor will any of the players on Geostorm. And so it's going to be a single kill for Ethereal, giving them a man advantage going into this mid-round time. And the problem is that is you don't really even want single 1-for-1 trades on the CT side. So losing a player without getting any trade is going to be very difficult for Geostorm, because now they're spread thin. They have to play the more aggressive style here. They have to try to find something. They have to make a pick happen. They need to do something, and this rush out B is going to be hard to stop. They're just going to completely run out, but there are 2 players here. They can do something about this. If they can get this first pick, Picky gets 1, Picky gets a second, and if Siberia can get a kill here, he's got his backup from Cole and his other teammate Droid with the op, so they are in more than a good position here. But a Crim gonna find Cole there, and now will they continue to aggress onto the site? The bomb appears to be down on the site. I don't think they're gonna back off from this with 30 seconds left. Siberia is gonna walk up a bit. He's gonna be waiting for this plant. He spots a player out, but has he been spotted? He has. He's gonna be shot through this wall, and he's gonna get killed by FDen up and apps. He was waiting for that, and now it's down to Droid, and they really didn't play that one well. They got into a lot of one-on-one situations where they weren't able to trade each other, and they're just one by one picked off by Ethereal, really. Ethereal sitting there able to just kind of pick off that first player Cole as he was up on site, and then they find Siberia pushing up to bench alone, and then Droid as the last player really can't do much there with just that up in that 1v3 situation. And that's going to force Geostorm into another save here. They're going to be on some upgraded pistols, but that's it. Last time we saw them get close to winning a round with just some pistols and Kevlar, but not even then could they win that one, so it's not likely they're going to be able to pull anything out here. They're going to try to make whatever they can happen, maybe do some damage, do some, hopefully try to keep Ethereal's economy in check, but we probably will see Ethereal with a fairly clean round here, unless Geostorm can get some nice shots. Cole going to be pushing into main. He's going to immediately back off, knowing better than to try to pursue a kill like that. Eventually, he will be killed, because as we know, the high ground always wins. Cole actually going to be coming back up to Palace, and he's going to catch a Crim off guard and easily get that headshot on him. He's going to be able to pick up that AK now, and now with that AK, it is a 4v4, but look at this control. He can catch Nutters off guard, but with that USP, not able to get the kill. Gets him low, but definitely not able to get the kill. FDen finding Jaxie in mid, immediately putting the favor back to Ethereal. They're going to immediately capitalize, try to take this B site, but this player coming underpass, it looks like, might be able to get this kill. He does get this kill, and if he was able to find Jin there, he would have made it very interesting, but he's instantly traded. Cole with this AK, gonna hide in Palace and just kind of wait this one out, just save this gun. Looking at the money over there, he knows Jaxie's low at 1600, not gonna really be able to do anything with that next round, so he's gonna want to keep this gun, be able to drop for his teammate so they can have a stronger buy than if he were to just try to do damage, which at this point isn't gonna be very useful. When it's 2 to 8, they will have more than enough money even if he gets a kill here, and it's far more vital for him to keep this gun for his team. And we're not even going to see Ethereal really hunting. They're just going to make sure they keep their guns, because while they have a ton of money on a Crim at 6,000, now at 9,000, and we see FDen at 8,000, Snim at 6,000, they do have to buy up some guns here, so they want to make sure that they don't throw away any of these guns, especially that op, because that is a very expensive one. And Siberia, Siberia has the op here, so I'm kind of curious. It looks like he has the mid spawn, so it looks like he might just go for that mid peek and then throw that back to Jaxie. But I'd like to see if he does anything more than, oh, actually, looks like he's going to be running and going for this. So he's got the good spawn. He's going to go for the apps peek with that op, actually. And he's going to see if he can make anything happen. Cole getting picked mid, this early trade frags coming in 2-for-2 trades just across the map. More on A side. Jaxie through the smoke, very important with those 2 kills there, being in a 2v3. And while that op over by B didn't really do much, Jaxie able to make do with this M4 and really hold down that A site and make this winnable for Geostorm rather than just giving the site away. And Ethereal really is backed off. They don't want to keep pushing this. They know better.
they're going to back off, try to get control of apps, see what they can do over here. And the thing is, there's no one on B, so they don't realize if they just ran B right now, they'd have it for free. There's no way they can really know that, though, so they're going to try to play it smart. They're going to try to get a little mid control and try to see what they can do. Maybe try to take control, go up cat, go up into a connector, do something. Try to find a pick here. And Picky's actually going to peek into them. He's going to get that first kill on F10, and he's going to throw the nade. He's probably going to back off here. That Molly just barely makes it up cat, and with these players peeking up cat, they should be able to find him in a second here. Picky's just going to be holding for it, but a Crim going to back off, play a little more passive. He might even go for a save here, to be honest. He only has 30 seconds. He's in a 1v3, but with the amount of money they have, they might just attempt to do damage. They might say, try to get one kill or two, see what you can do, maybe take the AWP out of their hands, and he does damage, but he's only going to hit him through the wall, so it's not going to kill him, and he's going to be caught jumping there. He's going to hit him through the wall again for a lot of damage, down to 11, but it doesn't look like he's going to really do anything. They might push this just because he has an AWP, and they're going to actually have a player go up cat to try to find him. They're all kind of spreading out, trying to move around the map and stick him in T-spawn, but they're just going to hold the sites, make sure he can't plant, and they're going to let him get away with that AWP there. He's kind of just stuck. He can't really do much anyway, so, and they don't want to lose too much more money, especially because their situation is not looking well. They're going to spend a lot of money buying up another few rifles for Cole and Droid, as well as their utility, so they really can't afford to be losing any more rifles. And see, they're going to have a full buy here, but the problem is, if they lose this round here, they're going to be down to almost no money. We're going to see $0, 600, 900, and while Jaxi is like 2,300 and Siberia is at 1,500, that's not going to be enough for their full buy if they lose this round. They really need to pick this one up here, and they're going to be going against a full-fledged buy from Ethereal from all that money they've racked up in their continuous rounds on their T side, and especially because they won a lot of them with a lot of money. Siberia with that nice kill through apps. He's able to find that player. F10 legs him only, and Siberia able to get that shot on the body, which is able to get the kill. And that's going to give them that advantage there. Even though Siberia is low, it doesn't really matter with that AWP. So now having that one-man advantage is very important. But they do know Siberia has an AWP over towards B. They don't know, I don't believe they're going to suspect Jaxi having an AWP, because I know Jaxi survived last round before, so they're not going to really be looking for the second AWP anywhere, but they will know that the AWP is over at B, which might lead them to head towards A, or it could lead them to maybe try to use their smokes to block him off on the choke points. But right now, they're just going to play it slow. They're going to be taking some mid control here. They really have no contention either. We're going to see Picky up towards cat, but even then he's more by get right, and they're going to be able to walk up through connector. Their teammate has gone down in A main, but they're going to run straight through jungle. They're going to get that kill on the player on site, but will they see this player sitting under a palace? And they won't. He's going to be able to get a kill. Cole gets another one, and it puts us in a 1v3. Nutters has the site, but he has to worry about this player CT, and he's going to get kills from the player cat. He's really just going to be surrounded from all angles and not going to be able to do much there, and he really just couldn't fight his way out of that one. And now finally Ethereal doesn't really have the money to buy up here, and you're probably going to see them go for more of a half buy so they can get a nice full buy for that last round. And the thing is, they're going to be more than comfortable with 9 rounds on the T side. Even if they were to lose out, 9 rounds is very, very good for T side Mirage. It's a CT sided map. That's usually a score you'd see for the CT sided team, and them having 9 rounds, they're more than happy trying to do some damage here with the pistols, maybe get a bomb plant. But for the most part, they're going to wait so they can get that money in for the next buy and give themselves a good shot at winning the 10th round, or the 15th round for their 10th round. They're going to smoke deeper into apps. They're going to maybe try to pull a rotate, try to figure out what players are, and I think this is going to be some type of fake. They're going to try to run out. He's going to get that kill there because he doesn't have head armor. He's going to find this gun here. They're going to pull a rotate off of A, but they're going to try to run out for the plant, but it's not going to work out. There's going to still be another player there. Picky's going to get Nutters finally, and it's going to be a 2v3. They might be able to get this bomb plant too, but planting out in the open like that's not going to work for them. They're going to get that kill on Picky, and will he be able to put this bomb down? Unlikely, considering Droid's running out already to try to pinch him. He's going to see that player over the box, hit the shots through, and eventually wrap around and get that kill. And that was a very good play. You'd like to see that maybe work in another situation, but when he gets that first kill with that Glock, the lack of sound of other players rushing out for the player get right lets him know that this is more than likely a fake, even though they get the kill. So he says maybe keep one on A still, just to be sure, especially because it's an eco. They know better than to just fully rotate everyone, and in the end, that player that stays ends up getting 2 kills and preventing that bomb plant, which is very big. Because now Ethereal doesn't have the full utility. They've obviously used some already, but they don't have the full nade sets on Nutters. And we're actually going to see Snim immediately go down, trying to push up this. Jen's going to get that trade, and FDen's going to get another one. But Cole and Connector with those 2 kills there very quick. They're going to have sight. It's going to be a 2v3. Cole found in Connector, and now FDen looking for this other player here. He knows one's over there, but he doesn't know where the second is, and he's just going to kind of hold. He's just going to wait back into A main. He knows the bomb is planted for him. He can just play this one smart. Siberia going to get the kill, though, and allow them to get back into this round. Now he knows where both players are. He gets the first one. He knows the second one is there. And he can't do anything about this. This is going to be a stick from Picky. He's going to get this defuse, and easily so. There was nothing FDen could do. I don't really know why he waited. He definitely had to push him there. But maybe he was just hoping it was going to be a fake defuse or something like that. But that's going to end in a 9-6 half. Geostorm stringing a few rounds towards the end there, bringing it back a little bit. It was something like 7 or 8-2 towards the middle of that half. So being able to bring back, get 6 rounds is going to put a lot less stress on their team going on this T side. They can win this pistol round, and they're already tied up again as long as they can follow up on those anti-ecos. And that's one of the problems, especially on T side. They like to force by a lot against rounds when they don't really have the money for it. We're gonna see them do. We saw last game actually. They won the pistol round immediately when they were down, but they lost the follow up, and it was pretty much just a string of force buys after that. They really didn't give themselves a chance to get back in the game, which kind of just threw their chances of a comeback out the window. We're going to see a smoke come top mid and a molly on Jaxi. Presumably, that's going to be set for something. It looks like this is going to be a mid take and a split on the B site. They're going to probably send these 3 players up cat. Maybe molly window. Is Jaxi towards mid? It looks like he is. Yep, they're going to molly towards mid. They're going to run up cat. It's going to be a very fast B split, but that rotate is already in market, so it's going to be 3 players on the B site. They're going to get the first 2 kills. A Crim with 3 beautiful shots. FDen going to get the 4th player, and then now it's just down to Jin, and he has a lot of work to do. He's going to get the dink, but shot in the back from a Crim. A beautiful 4K there. That was just perfect shots. Shooting players out of the freaking sky is going to allow him and his team to get that pistol round fairly easily. And that's just the last thing you want to see from Geostorm. You don't want to see these players just hitting these crazy shots, because now what are you going to do? You have to buy up into this round. You didn't get the bomb plant. You're going to be on a double save anyway. So we're going to see these force buys pistols up. But again, they have 2 players. 1 player has no armor. 1 player has no head armor, which means they're very susceptible to these SMGs, and Ethereal is going to opt for these SMGs knowing this, as well as the fact that they want to get more of that utility. Hold back these players and prevent just a full-out rush onto any of these sites here. And this player underpass going to run all the way back, get back into apps, and we're going to see a Crim just with that deep smoke. He really has so much control of apartments. He can just keep jump peeking this and just watching. If he sees anything, he's going to just toss that flash down and back off. But more than likely, we're gonna see. Yep, he's gonna see this. We're gonna see this rush out onto A site. They're gonna run onto site, and we're gonna see these players getting out onto site. The bomb will actually go down. Surprisingly, Ethereal's gonna opt for more of a retake once they lose the site, and now it's gonna come down to a 3v3. But immediately Jin already just getting these picks. He brings it back from 4v3 to 3v3 just by simply just peeking them. Gets another kill there to get the 3rd one, but Droid last alive. If he can find this shot on him, he can really make this happen. But Jin just on point with that ump there, gets the 4th kill this round with it. He's going to get tons of cash for that one, and that's going to be a defuse easily for Ethereal with enough time. No problem, won't even need the kit. And we're going to see them headed to this next round, which will be has to be a save out of Geostorm, because of the fact that even though they get the bomb plant, they might buy up some pistols, but other than that, they really have to save so I can get that gun round coming into this next round. And again, we're going to see these players looking for some type of damage, maybe a bomb plant again, but other than that, you can't expect much from them. And they're going to stack up towards A main, maybe hoping for a push, but oh, this nade's going to do big damage. And look at that, Siberia almost dead, Picky half health essentially, and they're going to probably just use this one flashbang on Jaxi and a smoke grenade to smoke off something like jungle or CT. It looks like he's lining up CT, and they're just going to kind of bust out onto site and hope for a plant. They're going to get that 1 kill. If they can find Snim, they might get it, but Snim not having any of it, not wanting any bombs to go down, and he's going to find that last player there, easily dispatching of those players and getting himself the 3 or 4 kills on the round. And Geostorm gonna be a little demoralized by that. Not able to get that bomb plant, not even really getting much damage considering they only killed a player with an SMG. And we're gonna even see a Crim keep an SMG into this round. He's gonna decide that that SMG maybe play with a close angle or something. He's gonna be over towards B anyway, so he might play some close angles or move his way around the bomb site. That speed will allow him to get some more going. But with this jump up and this push mid, they're gonna get this first kill, and Snim getting that second one, maybe even a third here. Gonna get traded finally. But F10 with that jump up into up onto the catwalk, gonna help get that first kill. And that map control is so important because they still have this mid control. Jaxie's gonna try to counter it and push up. We'll find this second player actually, which is very good, but low health indeed. That is going to be very important. If Siberia can find this kill, they have the B site now. They can take this. There's no one to contest this. Siberia is going to clear these angles, and with more than enough time, his teammates will be able to get over to the site. And the thing is, Droid's coming up cat too, so he's going to know this is clear, and the other players have to be coming from market. They know exactly what's going on here, and they have very good. They're going to have very good post plans for once his bomb goes down. But again, the problem is Jaxie's got 6 health, so this is more than doable for Ethereal. But with this bomb going down over by Cat, and if we see Droid, I believe who it is, go in towards the ladder room position, it's going to be very difficult. And now with just Jin left, this is going to be nearly impossible. He's going to have a very, very difficult time retaking the site alone. He's going to find the first player. If he can find Jin, actually, or Jaxie, who's very low, he can do this because Droid is not in that ladder position. But Droid going to play the angle, make sure his teammate stays safe, and he's going to find that kill, giving them their 7th round and keeping them in this game. Because if they lose that round, they're really, really in a hard spot. And now the thing is, does Ethereal force buy here, or do they just half buy? The half buy is probably the better option here. Some of these players really would have very weak buys, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Some pistols, some Kevlar. Maybe could invest it a little bit more, but they decide that they don't plan on winning this round and maybe do some damage with these deagles. But other than that, they're just going to keep the money because they're going to probably have to buy Nutters, who has very, very low money. And they're just gonna play it safe here. And with these rounds, they have 5 rounds to spare. I think this is more than a smart decision. They don't want to force the issue. They don't want to throw these rounds away. They know they have the advantage, and they know that if they play this right, they can easily take this map. They're not just gonna hand it to Geostorm. They're gonna make them work for it. But the thing is, they have players pushing up into Palace. They're gonna clear this out. They're gonna know that no one's here. They're gonna with F10 pushing in towards A main, they're gonna rotate all these players off. They're gonna Snim with that kill on that player in connector is gonna be very important because now these players thinking they were gonna go A are gonna head towards B, which is exactly where they're running towards. Because Ethereal, knowing there was no one A main, rotated all their players over, and had they pushed A, it would have been perfect. But now with the players running towards B, it's gonna be very possible for Ethereal to win this round. Actually, Nutters doing damage on his teammate, getting the assist on Jin there. Jaxie but running through his Molotov. He gets that kill. That is unbelievable. And Droid is down. Now it leaves it in a 2v3, and this is more than possible, and if not likely, that they take this round, especially with F10 getting that kill there. It's gonna be down to one more player with that nade coming out. He's gonna run out and get that trade right there, and that's just beautiful teamwork there. They really just outplayed them, outshot them. That play with I believe it was Droid got killed. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was a Crim maybe, or I'm not exactly sure who it was. They just rammed through that Molotov without any hesitation, and that really caught Droid off guard. And that one shot on him, able to get that kill, so vital, because if he stays alive there, he can block those 2 players coming apps. But when he goes down, that opens up that angle, and they just completely rip open that site from Geostorm. And literally with only pistols and no armor, they're able to take that site, probably not even expecting to do much other than some damage. And now Geostorm on the other hand, and now in their position, but they're buying up these pistols. They're not going to be able to take that player down with that deagle in mid. Going to be killed by F10. And Geostorm, again, they just didn't play it well together at all. They just didn't utilize trade fragging. They didn't get kills with each other, and they were somehow easily dispatched against pistols, no armor. It could have just been being out-aimed, but now Ethereal gonna just clean up site. We're gonna see Geostorm try to rush out onto A to get this bomb plant, but they're not gonna get it. Bomb is down, last player coming up connector, gonna be cleaned up. And we're going to see a very clean anti-eco coming out from Ethereal, who's going to have more than enough money now for a few buys going into the future. And that is very good for them, because now Geostorm really needs to not only win this next round, but string together a few of them. Because if they don't, they're really just going to allow them. Well, they have to get a few rounds, obviously, because then they'll be against match point. But if they win this one here and lose immediately, that's pretty much over. But they're gonna do something they did against Subtle yesterday on Mirage. They're just gonna run out B. They're just gonna full out rush this, and they're just gonna no hesitation. But something that Ethereal is doing that is very smart that Subtle did not learn is they're just pulling back. They know they don't need to take these fights, and it just works so well. None of these players, they're gonna get one kill on Droid, but other than that, these players played this so well in B. We saw constantly Subtle was when they were facing this rush over on that B site, they tried to get kills alone. They were getting killed early on. They were getting picked off, which played perfectly for Geostorm. But Geostorm just being completely outplayed. Maybe the demos were watched, but they just ran back, hid, made sure they were safe, and then once they got into safer positions, they were able to completely just one by one pick off the players jumping out onto the site as they caught them pulling over, and they were able to rotate fairly easily. F didn't get that first kill. Nutter straight, and then we're just gonna see fast immediate trades, but these kills in A main gonna come through. Jin getting those 2 kills there very easily, and that's going to close the game out just as fast as that round started. It is over. That A rush did not work out well for them, and Ethereal's going to pick up the series 2-0, and easily dispatch of Geostorm. It really just outclassed, outplayed, and you just saw a little too much audacity when it came to the economy of Geostorm. They just forced up a few too many times, and just in general were outplayed by Ethereal.